Good morning, Grasso. Today is Wednesday, September 11th, 2024. Your morning announcements are brought to you by Mrs. Jameson. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please continue standing while the United States Army Field Band performs the national anthem. This 9/11. Thank you for joining us for this 9/11 tribute. Today marks the 23rd anniversary of the 9/11 terrorist attacks on our home soil. If someone were to ask you what happened that day over 2 decades ago, you could tell them that 4 planes crashed on U.S. soil. The first 2 planes hit the World Trade Center in New York City. The 3rd plane hit the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and the 4th and final plane crashed in Cranksville, Pennsylvania. This catastrophic event led to thousands of casualties, including our friends, relatives, first responders, flight attendants, pilots, and military personnel. The 9/11 attack has been the largest loss of life by a foreign attack on U.S. soil, even higher than that of Pearl Harbor in Hawaii in 1941. Some of our faculty here today were teaching at Grasso Tech when these tragic events took place. One was even a student here at the time. We realized that these events occurred before you were born. However, your parents were all in school when this event took place and can tell you exactly where they were at the time of the event. Regardless of your age, it's a day in U.S. history that will never be forgotten. For those of you who are new to our school, the 9/11 boards that are displayed in the main lobby were created by our former Grasso auto body students. The year they were created, at our ceremony, each of the students and faculty members placed flags on the boards representing each of the nearly 3,000 lives that were lost in the attacks. Of these people, 400 of them were emergency personnel, such as firefighters and police officers. The number of injured people was approximately 6,000. There are many lives that changed on this day 23 years ago, and people who helped on that day continue to suffer from side effects attributed to the carcinogen exposure. First responders helped to save lives. Each of them gave part of themselves. We are here today to celebrate the lives that were saved due to the selfless acts of patriotism by police officers, firefighters, paramedics, nurses, doctors, ordinary citizens, flight attendants, and our military who quickly responded. It took 100 days for firefighters to extinguish all the fires at Ground Zero. Many innocent lives were lost on the solemn September morning 23 years ago. The victims consisted of citizens of 58 different countries around the world. The highest number of casualties was in the United States at 2,624. Of these, 161 of them were residents of Connecticut. Of those Connecticut residents, some people were from southeastern Connecticut, including Ruth McCourt, Juliana McCourt, and James Rue of New London. Josh Piver of Stonington, age 23, and James Greenleaf, who was born in New London, was a resident of Quaker Hill, and a graduate of St. Bernard's High School. In closing, please think about what you and your family can do in our community to help out your neighbors, friends, and family. This weekend or throughout the week, we challenge you to find an activity to do together with a family or within the community, whether it be helping out a soup kitchen, donating clothes, sending a thank you note, reading to children at the church, or playing cards at the senior center. Do something to make our world a better place, not only for you to live, but for your future children and grandchildren. This day has been commemorated as Patriots' Day to honor those who gave everything. Thank you for your attention. Please note that we will observe a moment of silence at 8:46 a.m. to pay our respects. Make it a great day or not, Grasso. The choice is yours.